Well, YouTube, here we are. We do have some people here. Yay! I had a horrible feeling I was going to be here on my own. Always I suppose, one of the two main fears of a streamer is you'll either be streaming completely alone, in which case you just turn it off and give up, or you have one person in the stream. And we have two at the moment. There we go. Evening, Recon. How are you, my friend? Hope you're all doing well. People are starting to roll in now. Evening, Cody, Sun, Self, and Aquatics. I'm listening to too many American streams, and my accent is becoming American. Evening, Bob from Kayla's Aquatics, Griffin Fishroom. Hello, Mandy Zen Ginger. Howdy. Scotty, Alien World Aquatics, how are you, my friend? Hope everyone's doing well. Hope no one's coughing, sneezing, got a fever or anything. Vinoxky, hello. Mr. Slee, hello you, sir. How the devil art thou? So, yes. Good news stream. I have had a good week. We shall start off, firstly, still not sponsored. My throat is giving me a bit of a grief, but don't worry, it's nothing nasty. It is just the old hay fever or pollen allergies kicking in. So in level of good news factors, starting in the fish room, the Crebensis grow outs, there are more eggs, etc., and possibly fry in their tub, so they're reproducing again. Not entirely sure that's good news, because I kind of rather they didn't. Fingers crossed. Because in the first flex, the bristlenose pair, they spawned again, Bertie and Spotty. Spotty's currently sitting in the cave fanning eggs, so I'm kind of hoping that's not a massive spawn. But yeah, always good to have new babies. And the other one is, let's now get to the chat. Dan got a new 10-gallon setup yesterday and got his moved to it so he can make the boost and crypt tank into a shrimp tank. Very cool. Good. Look forward to hearing what your good news is, Bob. I hope it's all good. Oh, Mandy had a fever last night. Gone today, sinus infection. Yeah, it's that time of year. It's the tree pollen and the spring flowers at the moment, mainly causing people issues. Mr. B is there. Brandon, hello. How are you, sir? And Sandy Doughty's turned up as well. Good evening, Sandy. And yes, so the final bit of good news from the fish room, other than the fact, nothing died this week, which is always a good week. The Epistogramma cacatoides double reds, Robert and Roberta, have had a bunch of fry. There's around about 40 of them in there at the moment. They're all doing rather well. Still at the eyeballs with tail stage. And how to put it? I pretty much had a really good Thursday because the cribs, that's when I found the crib eggs. That's when I found the Grapisto fry, and that's when Bertie and Spotty laid eggs. And it's also the day I got my new job. Yes. So, yes, Sharpie is working again. Nothing spectacular. It's a convenience type store. So if you're American, think 7-Eleven, although it's the UK, so it's 5-11. Starting out just standard store person, to become sort of the evening supervisor. So the money should be going up relatively nicely, and we're due a raise in the national minimum wage very shortly as well. I think in April, and it's going up to $8.75 an hour. Hey, Sherryfish, how are you? Yep. Well, I ain't gonna be making that money, Recon, but you know, better than being on the unemployment. That's for certain. So yes, I got a phone call. So I inquired a while back about a job there. Hey Pat, how are you? Good to see you aboard, friend. So I inquired about the job a couple of weeks back. I got a phone call on Tuesday, got asked in for a quick chat on the Wednesday, an interview on the Thursday, got given the job there and then started on Friday. Yes, so whether starting in a convenience sort of food shop, you know, sells news aids, so papers, magazines, food, toilet roll, backy, you know, all the things that everyone's coming in and buying at the moment. So whether anything happens, whether I catch anything, we shall see. But you know, I'd rather have the job and maybe catch something than not have the job and not catch it. Mr. Daniel Keeping Fish, g'day, you galah. Crikey. Good to see you here. Good to see everyone rolling in as well. I was trying to figure out how to do a linky, and then my laptop decided that it doesn't like the Facebook app anymore. Yeah, stay safe, Pat. As you know, how it's been in the UK with the non-lockdowns or anything. But yeah, exactly, Recon. Better have half a loaf of bread than no bread. And thank you very much. Thanks for everyone for the congrats. So no, the UK's method of I mean, to me, it makes more sense, but we're not going to go into all that stuff. We're going to push that aside, stick with the good news and the happiness, shall we? Hello, Cheryl. Speaking of good news and happiness, how are you? Yeah, so that's pretty much what's been going on. I mean, yeah, I'll say it's the, I would say, Pat, it's the typical British don't overreact and don't panic about things. But it seems everyone's been panicking and overreacting, and yeah, it's mental. Although the upside of now working in a convenience store that sells food and stuff, if I do need any paracetamol or ibuprofen or milk or toilet roll, I can hide some out back. Yeah, I'll say it's. I'm just taking sensible precautions, and that's all any of us really can do. Wash your hands. Don't go kissing people who are coughing and sneezing a lot, you know, that kind of thing. Don't go doing, as I saw on Facebook the other day, someone threw away their pasta because it said made in Italy and they thought they were going to get from, yeah. Pat, yeah, supposed to be giving a talk on the Guppy Show. I had to call it off and return home. Yeah, but, you know, I'm guessing you probably wouldn't want to be stuck in the UK for a couple of weeks or a few months or how long the lockdown lasts. Recon breaking the rules, cooking for a birthday party of 20 people. Yeah, it's one of those things, but if nobody there has got it, then nobody's going to get it. It's, yeah, exactly, man. All we can do is manage risks. So if you don't need to go somewhere where there's lots of people, don't go there. Yeah. Although I mean, I have seen people wearing the, with the old mask and everything on, going shopping, pushing the trolley around with their bare hands. But yeah, you're not going to get it from wearing the mask. That's not going to. Been pushing a trolley around that hasn't been cleaned in about 5 years. Yeah, that was the other thing I was saying, Recon, is the whole self-isolation. I mean, yeah, that's just the way I live anyway. I mean, even if I hadn't been out of work for like nearly 9 months, so I've been self-isolating for 9 months. What would be another couple of weeks? It's but at least now I don't have to go up to Norwich on the bus to go and sign on at the job centre anymore. There are Zostofolia or something like that, Heteranthera Z. Memory issues. You see, that's how I'd know I was ill, Mandy, if I had a dry cough. But it's you just have to cough once now, and everyone's looking at you like you're some kind of time bomb waiting to explode. And you're like, no, it's all right. I smoke. Can you not tell the difference between a smoker's cough and an I'm dying cough? It's It's definitely. I think everyone needs a Michael's Fish Tank shirt at the moment. It's just the cough cough I'm fine one. Should we blame him for it? He just wanted more T-shirt sales. Is that what it is? I'm sure he'd see the funny side of that. Yeah. Yes. So that's pretty much what's been going on in my world. Yeah. Well, it's not phlegmy, more just having a soot fall. Yeah, I'm fine. Hello, Alice. How are you? Yeah. I mean, I understand. People are dying from it. There've been deaths in the UK, but the county I live in, Norfolk, there are so far 24 cases. Yeah. So, hello, Teresa. How are you? Cookie. Yes. I mean, to me, if you're in one of the at-risk groups, I say as we probably most of us might know, Ginger Graves has it at the moment. If you're in one of the at-risk groups, then do what you need to do to reduce your risk as much as possible. So if you're not, just don't go to crowded places, really. I mean, I think the biggest issue is going to be, now that the schools have closed, is that the parents aren't going to keep the children at home, are they? They're going to be going out with their friends and taking them out places. And hang on. Am I reading that right, Mandy? Did Teresa do a stream? Yeah, well, we just hope, Bob, that Ginger is worried but doesn't actually come down with it. As flippant as we can be, or as I can be anyway, because it's just the way I am. I don't take things too seriously at the best of times. So at the worst of times, I really don't take things seriously. You got to laugh or you'll cry, kind of thing. Yeah. So as flippant as I am, I obviously hope nobody I know or care about gets it. I mean, I won't use that saying because I don't believe or agree with that saying. As long And if anyone I do get it, anyone I do know gets it, hope they get better. But a video that was streaming got flagged. No idea. Pass, Teresa. If I haven't managed it, then yeah, I don't know what you might have done. Maybe we should steer well clear of the C word. I think that's the one thing I have noticed that a lot of things are being taken down for. And the other thing I did check when I was doing this, setting this up, I actually remembered to check the YouTube Studio. And before we started this stream, I had 106 hours to go to get to 4,000. So hopefully, maybe by like next Monday, then I might be there. Might have enough to get the email from YouTube to say, congratulations, here's how many thousands of hoops we want you to jump through. And don't press the wrong button. Yeah, so there has been quite a bit of stuff removed of late. It's yeah, there is that. Even if someone in another room is watching TV and your microphone picks it up, yes. So yeah, there's the clickbait aspect, Pat, and there's also the not wanting to spread either bad information or more panic, because that's the last thing anyone needs. Yeah, they're basically just keeping an eye out for certain keywords that they're looking out for at the moment, because there have been a lot of videos of that kind of thing going around, and I've tried to avoid it as much as I can, but it's one of those things where if there's a war going on, you've got to discuss it. Now, if there's an election going on, that's going to be discussed, but hopefully we can leave it there. Yeah. Fisher says the content is not relevant for the majority of advertisers. Yeah, exactly. Well, no, it's unless, of course, they're advertising cold and flu medication. Recon, turkey season comes in so taking social distance to the maximum level. Yep, out and about on your own and armed with a big gun. Yeah, you should be socially distant then, Recon. That should work. I mean, yeah, just get rid of enough of them so that there aren't any for Christmas. That's the idea. It's a bloody nasty thing, so they don't taste good at all. Yeah. Yes. So it's oh dear. Thank you, Cody, for putting the oh, don't tell me you like turkeys as well, Scott. Oh dear. So you just be out there chilling, taking naps, and then going to turn back. Yeah. No. I mean, it's I just don't like the flavour or the consistency. And plus, you only eat it once a year in the UK, so it's no big loss. Pam Punchy Paints, hello, my dear. How are you? Sorry I've missed your last few streams, but And with your times being wrong and me actually sleeping, who'd have thunk it? Sharpie actually sleeps sometimes. I have unfortunately missed you. Dan's asking Santa for 3 tubs of algae wafers and a 12-pack of loo roll this year. Keep you going for. Keep you going to your birthday anyway. That's Recon. It is so that you can get the sprouts on. So you shoot the turkey, you put the sprouts on, and then they're both ready for November. That's why. Yes. As for panic buying, I've not panic bought anything. Well, I mean, I've made sure I've got several 2-litre bottles of Coke, and what else have I got? Yeah, Coke and tobacco. I've got the important things. Oh, and crisps, because you got to have your Coke, your crisps. They're the 2 main things. You got Coke and crisps, you're okay. Then yeah, or chips if you're American. I'll put my glasses on straight. I'm not sure whether it's not the glasses, whether it's the glasses aren't straight, or whether it's just my nose is so bent and crooked. It's no good. Exactly. Sugar, caffeine, and nicotine. And worst comes to worst, you can always do what the dog does and wipe it on the lawn. Evening, Big J. How are you? In no way was the last comment aimed towards you. Pam ain't scary. Oh, yes. What have you done, Pam? If Alice is asking how your face is doing, have you injured yourself? Did you jump up and down and give yourself a black eye? Yes. So there we go. That's pretty much all that's been going on. Yes. There we go. That's what Sharpie's been up to this week. I've not bought any new fishies, obviously, because I've been relatively busy. Cheeks are up, so yeah, tooth abscess. Yeah, time to get the lancing needle out. That's the easiest way to sort that. Get the lancing needle on it and squeeze the gunk out. You're always gorgeous, Pam. Maybe slightly elephant womanish at the moment, but hey, who cares? Beauty is only skin deep. It's what's on the inside that counts. Yes, Mandy, a lancing needle. Yes. A long, large bore needle that you insert into whichever abscess it is, and then it can freely drain out. Helps if you add a bit of pressure and just squeeze the gunk out. Although the last time I did it, I actually just used a scalpel and just cut my gum and squeeze the gunk out. Oh, I miss Fisher Fever, is he? There we go. Evening, James. How are you, my friend? Better than a jousting needle. Yeah. Yeah. I haven't actually had one of those to the face. I must admit, I've not had a lance to the face, but yeah. I had a pool cue, if that's any. There's my brand of self-medication, not well with some people, I take it. Um, and there we go. So, ideas wise, obviously, I know what is going to happen to the flex that's sat here. At some point, Sean, don't panic. It's going to happen. But the little 25 litre down here, which is currently home to 3 Nerite snails and 4 celestial pearl danios. I'm kind of trying to think of ideas for what I can do with that one. If there's anything available, firstly, and sensible, to pop it in there rather than the CPDs, as lovely as CPDs are. To me, having a tank, really the only reason they're in there is to keep the cycle running, to be honest. Although the 3 Nerite snails probably produce more waste than they do. Yeah, I'll say it's only a 6.4 gallon tank, Sean. So, hey Larry, how are you? Hope you're doing well, my friend. Get plenty of that hot sauce down here, that'll keep you cleared out. English mustard as well. Yeah, I'm actually off tomorrow. Yeah, I've got Monday off. Then I'm in Tuesday. But I've probably got not the best shift on Tuesday. I mean, there are 2 bad shifts I could have. One would be the 5 a.m. start, which I'm glad I haven't got. But what I've got is like the 1 to 11 shift. So start at 1 in the afternoon and finish at 11 at night. And then I'm back in at 9 a.m. and then the next morning. But hey, it's a job, so I'm not complaining. Although there will be large quantities of painkillers, anti-inflammatories, and caffeine consumed, followed by quite a serious nap, I would have thought, when I get home, which pretty much means I've got to do all my water changes tomorrow. I can't see you wanting to do them. I could leave a couple until Tuesday morning, but it's probably best to get them done and dusted and out of the way and not have to then go do them if I'm achy and sore and stiff from work. It's one of those things that I've done it twice now. It's still, if you're out of work for a good period of time and pretty much just sat on your butt not doing anything, you soon realize when you start working again just how much it hurts until you get used to it. Evening, Poseidon. Howdy ho, Kyle. Yeah, so I mean, I did a. Well, the first shift I did was 5 hour. I took some ibuprofen anyway. The second shift I did was 4 hour. I didn't take any ibuprofen, and my back was killing me, and my feet were killing me by the time I finished. So, quite what a 9 hour shift's going to be like on Tuesday. That's going to be fun. Let's say large amounts of painkillers, and we'll get through it. Work needs to be done. The more I do, the fitter I get, the less it hurts. Yeah, so if anyone's got any ideas for my little 6 gallon tank here, there's currently my 2 off the top of my head quick thoughts: either blue shrimp or possibly some white cloud mountain minnows or something like that. Is just given the size of the tank is what I'm thinking about. Yeah, good point, James. Fisherman fever. Yeah, that's a good fever to have. If you catch that fever, don't worry about it. Speaking of water change, I recommend that everyone check their suppliers prior to doing it. Super spiking with chlorine. Yeah, I mean, I'm not Not surprised about that. It's something they can do to at least try and make sure that the water's potable, drinkable. I've not heard from Priscilla Ham. Hopefully someone can get into contact with Priscilla and check that she's okay. Don't go for white clouds, awful fish. You see, what I was thinking, Dan, was I was thinking of the golden white clouds from Pets at Home, just to really upset everyone. Yeah, so maybe some golden white clouds or normal white clouds. I'd have to do a little bit of research because I'm assuming they'd be fine in a 6-gallon because they're only dinky little fish. So either that or possibly some rice fish or something like that. Or, as I said, possibly some blue neocaridina. Larry, having a few bacterial blooms every time we do a water change. Yeah, exactly. This is. I'll say if anyone does get in contact with Priscilla, or she might turn up. You never know. Stranger things have happened. Yeah, let Priscilla know I'm thinking of her, and not in the way that most people think I always think about women. Yeah, I'll say again, we're back on the Pets at Home fish. Oh my god, they're awful. Don't buy from there. Well, mine are fine. What people don't seem to twig is that if people buy something from somewhere, say you buy some white cloud mountain minnows from Pets at Home, you put them in your tank, and they just get on, they live, you feed them, they're happy, they survive, nothing bad happens. People don't post about that on Facebook. They don't go, I bought these fish from this place and they haven't died. But if they buy a fish from somewhere, well, it's same with any product. And they die or something bad happens, they bring in a disease or something, then they complain. And they complain loudly about it on social media. And yeah, that's no, you got to give the good with the bad as well. New water heater, going to call the plumber tomorrow saying it help. Yeah, I'm wondering whether there might be something in, not necessarily a release agent or something like that, perhaps in the new water heater. There could, I don't know. Perhaps it just hasn't built up the lime scale yet to absorb the gunk. I say it's not something I can help at all with, Larry, because I've not had a bacterial bloom in any of my tanks that I can remember. Could it be, I don't know, have you got some like high phosphates or stuff? Yeah, I don't know. Perhaps they're putting something in your water that's causing something to happen now, Larry. I don't know. Evening, Kay. How are you? Yes, new filter's been in now for pretty much a week. Doing well. The only other thing I've done to it that I didn't show in a video because I hadn't done it is I have put one of the zip up media bags, as it were, the mesh bags that you get. I've actually put that over the filter, zipped up as far as it will go, and then stuck an elastic band around it, just to make sure that it doesn't suck up any baby plecos. Yeah, and this is it. I'm not worrying about shrimp proofing. There's no shrimp in there. Well, and we know what plecos are like for getting everywhere. They hunt everywhere for food, so don't want to have them end up getting minced by the impeller. So that's a simple solution. It doesn't reduce the flow, and it keeps everything out. Poop and gunk and muck still get through, but the fish can't. Yeah, exactly. I stand up for pets at home all the time down online, because as I said, my local one's really good. I mean, some people might have a bad local one, some people might not have one. So I've been to privately owned fish stores that are far worse, and I've had far worse luck with them pets at home fish. Could be something in older pipes. I'm not entirely sure, Larry. Then copper pipes should be pretty much okay, because copper in itself is pretty much antifungal and antibacterial, just as a metal, which is why they chose it. And the reason it splits so much is it work hardens and gets brittle, but it's the natural antibacterial, antifungal properties of it that is the reason they chose it after they had lead and iron. You missed the solutions to all the world's problems, Recon. That's what you missed. But yeah, it's okay. Yeah, that filter's doing great. Nothing to complain about. Does block up fairly quickly, but then it has got 150 plus plecos in there. So, that quantity of poop. Yeah, it's I may say it's for a 100-litre tank. If I had a 100-litre tank, I would want more than that on it. But for what it is, for a tenner, sat in a 40-gallon tub with a sponge filter and one of the filters that came with like a 20-litre tank, it does the job. Pulls the poop out of the water, adds oxygen back. That's pretty much what I want. I'm probably going to get another one if I go out tomorrow, if they've got any left, because it's a good solid filter. And yeah, I think with a closer to a recommended level of loading, maybe in a 100-litre tank, then it would probably cope fine. It's just so with the amount of baby bristlenose, I say baby, they ain't baby in there at the moment. I mean, there's the first batch are all over an inch long, and the second batch are all pretty much half inch long and quite fat. Yes, copper does affect invertebrates. It does kill them. But if you've got coppered pipes, it doesn't break down as such, so I wouldn't expect the copper to be ending up in the tank. But if you had an issue, if you had a pipe that was breaking down for some reason, or they just done a load of work and there was a bit of swarf left in the pipes and that ended up in the tank, that could have a negative effect. But copper pipes haven't been around that long. I say that, I mean, I'm talking in the grand scheme of things. It's been copper pipes as long as I've been alive, but it's who's better with that nearly it. Yeah, I'll say it's it could do actually. Extra chlorine might react with copper. Well, yeah, extra chlorine could do it, could cause a reaction. What would it be? You probably could enter with copper chloride. That wouldn't necessarily cause a bacterial bloom, I wouldn't think. Using the thin copper wire to section many VS driftwood. So the shrimp, shortly after took the wire out, and the shrimp were fine. Yeah, I was so shrimp are notoriously. Yeah, I kind of get what you mean with that, Bob. Yeah, I wouldn't use copper wire. Yeah, simply because it kills shrimp and it kills snails as well. I say little known fact, but amongst gardeners, it's a known fact. If you keep plants in tubs out or pots outside, then obviously snails get in, eat your plants. Bad. But if you get the thin, you can normally from a garden centre or a hardware store, get thin copper tape, pretty much like Scotch tape, sellotape, but copper is actually sticky back copper. And you put a ring of that around the pot, that will stop the snails going up onto it. I think in that case, it's more down to the differential static charge between the copper and the pot. They feel they get basically they get an electric shock, and it keeps the snails from going into your pots. Unfortunately, if they're already in the pot, it stops them coming out. But you put it on there before you put the plant outside. Or if you've got, I've seen on an allotment, someone's done it where they've planted carrot seedlings out and literally just stuck a piece of copper pipe over each of them because the snails won't go over the copper pipe to get to the leaves. And obviously once the leaves are big enough that they might flop down and hit the ground, then the carrot plant is well away and the loss of a leaf or two isn't going to affect it. But yes, random factoid and knowledge out of left field again from me. It's kind of what I do, random pointless facts. But yeah, short story, copper, shrimp, bad combination. Copper snails, bad combination. Oh, yeah, you got to take the woofer out, Sean. Yeah, if the woofer needs to go, the woofer's got to go. It's better to have them do it outside than inside. Yeah, you don't want. That's like some of the first meows of Zax I learned to recognise were the human, I need to go outside, please, meow, and the damn it, human, I really need to go outside. Open the damn door, meow. No, he's not around at the moment, Mandy. If he was indoors, I'd go grab him and pick him up. My little fluff monster. Well, it's a bit sad because he has been a bit put out by me either not being here because I've been at work or having to put him outside because I'm going to work. Bless him, he's not liking that. But again, he'll get used to it. I just hope he doesn't figure out where I work and follow me. So it was one thing when he followed me to Sainsbury's because he could just go over the fence and be safe. But he'd have to cross the main road to get to. Sashi will put her front paws on my chest and bounce right that way. Yeah, they do. Now I'm talking to people about this. I didn't start till I used this new dechlorinator. Which dechlorinator are you using now, Larry, and which were you using? As perhaps someone here has experience. Came around the corner, stared at me, I said, "What?" He barked and walked off. Yeah, they do that. Dogs know when they want to go. They will tell you. I've not heard anything about Father Fish. No, Bob. Welcome back, Carl. Oh, Zach would make great security cat. He definitely would. But yeah, Zach won't do what Zach don't want to do, and if he decides he don't want to do it, you ain't gonna stop him. Oh, pardon me. And API concentrate. Yeah, I've not used the API concentrate. I did have the stress coat or the stress zyme. One of those I was using, but I've got 9 tanks now, so the quantity of dechlorinator I go through, obviously, I know compared to some of you guys, it's nothing. But so I switched to prime, and then I switched to safe, and that lasts for donkey's years. Well, yeah, I've had that thing of safe best part of what 8, probably maybe a year now, and there's still half the bottle left. It feels weird saying bottle when it's a powder, but yeah, I can't remember which one it was. Is it the stress coat or the stress zyme that's the dechlorinator? Because I know they do the other. Oh, we got the quick start. Immediately starts aquarium cycle, contains bacteria, blah blah blah. Use quick start. Yeah, stress coat is the one they say. Yeah, stress coat removes chlorine and chloramines. So the one you probably got is probably just a concentrated version of stress coat, I would have thought. Hey, Sicklers23, how are you? Do not recommend using Amqual Plus if you use the Prime. Any particular reason for that, Dan? Is it totally different dosing level or work in a different way? Just interested. One of those extra bits of knowledge to go in there that then could prove useful 6, 12, 15, 20 years down the line. And use Prime the only axolotl or safe dechlor. It's Corden. Watching forensic files about the murder of the most famous porn creators in California. Cool. I do like to watch that kind of stuff. Both kinds of stuff, forensic stuff and the other stuff. Yes, I find it interesting getting those insights into the minds of the serial killers or the cult creators and that kind of stuff. Much sick reaction, a lot more stuff. There we go. Yeah, I say I'm not entirely au fait with the chemistry going on with them. I just add a bit of safe to the bucket and pour it in the tank. Yeah, surprisingly close there, Carl. That's not too far off. Um, it's one of those things where not all sociopaths are evil, murdering asswipes. Not all psychopaths are evil, murdering asswipes, and not all psychosociopaths are. I mean, a lot of the people who are in positions of power are, most of them, in fact, are either psycho or sociopathic. It's how you get there. But it's when people tip over that edge. Actually, yeah, you're nearly there, Mandy. Psychosociopath. But yeah, I just don't listen to the voices in my head and carry on killing. I keep telling me to stop, but I just carry on. Yeah. Oh, damn, that's not good. Yeah. Good job you looked at the sociopath. There we go. Some just keep shell dwellers. Exactly. Keep it safe. Oh, what did I do, Bob, to get a thank you? Oh. But yeah, so yeah, the psychology of the human mind fascinates me because I know mine's broken. So if I can understand other broken people and what made them do what they do, then I can keep myself sane. Yeah, white clouds, yeah, cooler the better, I think. Um, I think a lot of people's room temperatures are probably a bit warm for things like white clouds. Um, I mean, would putting egg crate help? Might. Maybe a mop, a sinking mop. Okay, that might help. There's the acrylic wall. Yeah, like about 60. Yeah, 16C. Yeah, which is way cooler than. Yeah, most people would have their house hotter than that. I don't, because I don't like heat. So yeah, marbles on the bottom is another good one. Yeah, I'm. You tried mops, tried egg. Yeah. Yeah, differentiating the personalities of psychos, exactly. Just because someone's a psychopath, it doesn't make them a bad person. What makes them a bad person is being a bad person. It's and like all these things, there are levels of it. Yeah, Ted Bundy's just misunderstood. Yeah, as I said, there are levels of these kind of things. It's not you are this, therefore you've crossed the line from one side to the other, and you're now evil murderer from nice normal person. There's a big grey area in between. Yeah, so the marbles would be a good one. So I know my CPD's spawn. There's a pair currently doing it at the moment. but I've never seen any fry or anything. So again, they're probably eating them. So it's they got a relatively rough gravel. They got a lot of plant cover in there, plenty of stones, but for some reason it's just not working. So this is, I mean, sometimes fish just decide they don't want to breed. Sometimes they just won't stop. Artificial grass, yeah, that would probably be a good hiding place for eggs and small fry. You could probably pick up, because there's plenty of companies now that do the artificial grass. All you'd want is a little offcut, wouldn't it? So that would be the trick. Heaters in every tank except goldfish. Tanks in the red, and the heat is hardly ever cut on. The water stays around 80. Goldfish tank says 70, 72. Yep, it's. Venezuelan black koi eggs are missing. It's the white clouds. Yeah, so that's another one I wouldn't mind keeping is the Venezuelan black cories. But I haven't got a suitable tank for them. Yeah. Yes. So schizophrenia is one of those things you can have it all your life and it never manifests. Or you can just one thing and it just trips it. It's usually drugs, to be honest. Yeah, acid. I enjoyed acid. But then, yes, less said about that the better. I'm guessing from the same tank that you got the white clouds from, Dan, in the same shop, because it's the only place I've seen sell them as well, and actually gets it right. Drugs are bad, okay. Yeah, yeah. This is it. It's too much of a good thing is bad. But yes, well, I were diagnosed, kind of, was diagnosed as naughty or poorly behaved or dumb or whatever, rather than being diagnosed as autistic. And again, that's another thing. There's just so many levels of it that it can become an excuse for some. Someone at the bottom end of the spectrum, which I'm probably am as well. And then they can use the autism as a crutch and say, "Oh, it's because they're autistic." No, they just really badly behaved as well. It's yeah. I've seen them in other places down too, but they're either sold as tropical in the tropical section in the tropical tank, or as you say, they're 2-3 times the price they are pets at home for some strange reason. Yeah, everything in moderation. Exactly. And yeah, we are probably all on the spectrum somewhere. Yeah. Well, I'm going to disagree on the sexual because that is purely binary. You've either got an innie or an outie, and that's it. It is a binary thing. Your gender is binary. Yeah. Caffeine. That is, yeah. Excessive amounts of caffeine. There is no such thing as just not enough caffeine. Yeah, sexual preferences. Yeah. Well, if we all had the same sexual preferences, we'd all fancy the same people, and then life would be really boring. Yeah, exactly. Now, you see, Larry's got it. The things that people should have been panic buying are energy drinks, chocolate. Kyle's letting loose there. No, I don't think I've ever been. I mean, there is that entire period called the 90s I can't remember, so you never know. Oh, yay! Corey Wrigglers. That's another one I would like to breed, but not gonna happen when you've only got one. I mean, if I do get Corey babies, I'll be very surprised. Let's put it that way. I'll be wondering what the hell they managed to crossbreed with. No one else bought 10 cases of Monster. No, even I didn't buy that much. Panic buy hot sauces. Well, yeah, I mean, hot sauces. If they're hot enough, they're probably going to kill bugs. I mean, let's be honest, given what they do to your digestive system, if you have too much, they're a good thing, as it were. Actually, Larry, tell the truth here. Do you keep a toilet roll in a Ziploc baggie in the refrigerator? For those times when it's just a bit too hot on the way out. Because I do. I think that would be pretty cool. I mean, anything that's supposed to be soft water that you get to breed in Norfolk water is quite impressive. Yeah, I've never bothered with bottled water. I just turn on the tap and it comes out. Yeah. Might just be me having too much hot stuff then, Larry. But yeah, refrigerated toilet roll. Very useful to have if things are coming out rather warm. Yeah, but you've got to put it in a Ziploc baggie first, stories, or otherwise the condensation gets to it and then it's useless. Red tiger is the toughest delicate plant ever. That's that's one I've not tried yet, Dan. Again, I'd like to try all the plants, but I just generally I normally buy the Tropica plants because they are pretty much all tissue culture type, or they are all snail free or parasite free or whatever. Not guarantee, but they've not been in a fish tank, so should be okay. So I'm not, but yeah. So I generally just look at them and go, that says easy, that says medium, that says hard, that says expert. Well, I'll leave those. Well, I'll go with the easy one. Chances are I might be able to keep that alive. I bought 30 gallons of water purely as emergency water change backup. Oh yeah, that's sensible. Yeah, take the cardboard tube out. It takes less room. To be fair, there's normally plenty of room inside my fridge. I don't keep shopping for more than I shop every few days, sometimes every day. How amazingly free like a metal light and nothing. Better subs than fluval light. Yeah, this is yeah. And I have noticed definite differences with different substrates and how plants grow. So when this thing is fluval stratum, that one is just gravel and lava rock, stratum, tropica, and sand. And certain things do better in different tanks. Like the dwarf sage in the lava rock is doing really badly, and on the gravel. Whereas where it's got stratum or tropica, it goes absolutely nuts. Limnophilia grows in anything. The crits seems to prefer the gravels to the plant substrates. But yeah. Yeah, and again, that's another thing. K is just because a plant melts back and you think it's dead, don't go rooting it out and digging it out. Leave it. Just leave it where it is. You never know; it might come back. The very worst that's going to happen is the roots rot away, and that's it. Yeah. Yeah. Surprise forgotten bag of stratum. Always a good thing to find. And yeah, so if you've got ammonia and lots of chlorine in your tap water and it smells and tastes rank, then understandable. But you know, my tap water tastes like water, so I just drink it. Not that I very often drink water; it's Coke usually. Yeah, as Dan said, might well have put out runners and just keep an eye out for that kind of stuff happening. So I've had that where it was a Staragini. I planted it, it died. I swore, and then it popped up somewhere different. Hang on, what's that? Meat, got canned goods and frozen pizza. You mean you haven't got 23 packs of dried pasta? Oh dear, that's just not good. Yeah, I think that is part of it. Recon is big cities, places with mass public transport. Um, yeah, it's going to be worse. People who live in more rural locations where you don't all mix everywhere, you don't travel great distances all the time. Now, if you live in a small community that doesn't deal with outsiders much, you're not going to have so many cases. Yeah, plants do like to protect themselves, and yeah, they can do it by, oh crap, I don't want to grow here, I'm going to die, but I'm going to send out a runner over there and hope something better turns up over there, and then up you go. Yeah, I say it's 24 case, or 24 confirmed cases in my county. Yeah, as Larry says, be antisocial, you'll be fine. Yep, exactly. Plenty of cabbage and lots of hot sauce, and then no one will want to go anywhere near you. You'll be fine. It's cabbage and chili farts. That's the solutions to the problem. I've not used Akadama. I'm sure someone else here has. And that, to me, though, Akadama sounds like a combination of a character from Battlestar Galactica and Star Wars. Admiral Akbar and Colonel Adama. Yeah. I'll say this is the thing is I did have a shave. I You're going for a job interview. This is what you do. You have a shave. You wear a shirt and tie and shiny shoes, and you're all nice and polite and on your best behaviour. Oh no! Is it time for your yearly bath, Sean? Oh dear! Not even Christmas yet. Damn, the stuff I can find is the stuff that turns to mush. Hard stuff's not available. Yeah, the Akadama, yeah. I'll say it's not something I've used or am familiar with, so yeah. Walmart, fake coughing to keep the root pip light. Yeah. I'm going to say the thing is, you get used to coughing to cover up the sound of a fart, but now you're finalised. You've got fluorite and fluval 3.0. Looking a bit homeless. Don't worry about it. Mandy's getting a bit personal. I've rocked the homeless look for many a year. It's good for keeping people away from you. If you look dirty and grubby, people stay away at the best of times. But these times, looking a bit unkempt and dishevelled and having a bit of a cough. Yeah, it's the way to be. It's high fashion these days. Susie Q, how are you? Good to see you here. Hope all is well in your neck of the woods and you're all healthy and safe. You and Johnny Bag of Donuts. Yes, you see, I might not watch your streams live, but I do watch them on generally the Monday morning. The fluorite, yeah, apparently it does have a high cation exchange. I tend to go with, does it say planted substrate on the bag? If it does, then that's what I use. Yeah, it's oh, Bob is living dangerously. Oh, you keep that up, Bob. You're not going to have to worry about catching any viruses. You're going to get yourself killed. Damn, son. Looks a bit like Tropica. Now, you see, I reckon if you had the homeless look into that, Sean, you'll just look like a Sasquatch, and people won't believe they've seen you. Yeah. Thanks for turning up, though, Dan. But yeah, hope all the best, sir. I think most of us know what it is you do for a living, and so thank you on behalf, and do your best, but stay safe, fella. Yes. So on the touch of bearded ladies, there was a joke about people from Great Yarmouth. I'll move it a few miles down the coast. This case here, that in the summer season, because Yarmouth is a holiday destination, believe it or not, people walking around, all the locals or holiday makers. The little kids are going, "Look, Mum, that woman hasn't got a beard." Just a way to say that. It's like the whole thing with the webbed feet and 6 fingers on each hand. Norfolk thing. Yeah, I know, Kay. I can tell by your accent. Sure, so 5 through 10. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, no, I get a couple of those people would. A couple of people, maybe a small handful. A truck like that would be sensible for them to have, but yeah, mostly they're just penis extensions. Norfolk knees on backwards. Yeah, see, so you can paddle like a swan or well, more like a duck, I suppose. Yeah, yeah. Night, night, Dan. Stay safe. All that good stuff. If you can actually get to sleep this time of night, I can't. Yeah. I'm sure Mandy knows you love her, really, Bob. But I mean, Pam's beard is legendary. Oh dear, you're going to get me in trouble. Extensions to the toe inch ball was only 2 inches. Oh dear. Don't you want the cunt? Yeah, yes, yes. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I just don't get those trucks. It's the same as the majority of the people who in the UK have SUVs, as it were. Things like Range Rovers and that. And then they never drive them off road. Why would he spend all the money to have an off-road car and then never drive it off-road? Just buy an on-road car. Save yourself about 20, 30 grand. Now, there's a reason they get called Chelsea tractors. Because they're normally blocking up the bloody road, doing about 5 miles an hour in traffic, guzzling fuel. Concrete Queen. Yeah, that's the other one. Yeah, the Americanized version of the Chelsea tractor. I mean, there's always going to be, there's always going to be a few characters and eccentrics who are going to drive strange things, like 10-foot tall pickup trucks or smart cars, or decommissioned tanks. There's a few of them in the UK that drive around. People, no, just buy a sensible car that is big enough for what you need. Don't go buying something just because it's bigger. Most of them aren't any safer anyway. Exactly, Recon. The majority of what most people would do as off-road driving, just a standard Subaru would be perfect. I think the closest most people get to off-road driving is when they go somewhere and the car parking is on a field, a grass field that might be a bit wet, which then maybe four-wheel drive is useful. My trucks never know what's about to happen any moment. They could be driving through the fields. We think we saw a deer. Yeah. Yeah. If you're gonna, yeah, exactly. If you are doing proper off-roading, then get a proper off-roader. if you're not needing, why? Evening, Brian. How are you, good sir? It's the same. How many people have you seen riding a mountain bike with front and rear suspension on the road? And you look at it and there's not a speck of mud or gunk or chips or anything on it. And yes, I've got a mountain bike with front and rear suspension, but I got it when I was going fishing and I was riding down bumpy farm tracks and across fields where, you know, a racer bike or something with solid slick tires isn't going to do well. It'd probably break the frame. But now I don't go fishing and I don't go riding around on farm tracks. If I buy another bike, which I probably will at some point, I'll get one designed for what I use it for, on-road use. Oh dear, what's Sean sending me? Odd things to drive. This isn't going to be Ed China on his sofa, is it? Yeah, Norfolk's flat anyway. Oh, we do have a few hills. I mean, Attleborough's on a hill. I mean, it might only be about 20 feet high. Yeah, Sean, that looks kind of like you're trying to mount some kind of missile launcher in the back of that. It looks like something you might see in. Oh, yeah. But then I've seen like Ford Fiesta, so a compact with like 8x4 sheets of plywood sticking out the back of it. No, like 4 feet out the back of it. Oh yeah, I've lived in Wales. I mean, yeah, Norfolk is flat, but no, when you're middle-aged and fat, even a Norfolk hill is hard to cycle up. Oh, do I see a Dave swimming around behind me? I do. Yeah, it is possibly I think, is it the flattest and lowest county in the country, Kay? I think it is, isn't it? Trying to think. Lincolnshire might be lower, but Lincolnshire inland does have more hills. Yeah, I think Norfolk is the flattest area of the UK. It wouldn't take much sea level rise for most of the county to be underwater, that's for sure. Normal speeds slow down and pass on the, yeah, sensible. Well, welcome aboard, Joseph. Good to see you. Yeah, I completely understand, mate. Yeah, we've all got our views and opinions, and YouTube is cracking down, and Facebook as well. So yeah, you do what you got to do, fella, and hope to see you again soon. But whatever you do, stay safe, keep a clean tank, all that good stuff. Yeah, I mean, it is a serious thing, Joseph. Yes. And my way of dealing with serious things is to make jokes of them. Now, obviously, you know, Akash is a friend, so anyone here, and Amber, and Papa Hardin, and I wouldn't want any harm to come to any of you at all. but I will still joke about these things. It's just the way my mind is made up, internally, how it's wired. Okay. Yeah. No one's going to think any worse of you for it, Joseph. So don't worry. Don't worry about streaming. Okay. As I always say, life comes first. YouTube is a hobby. It's not the be all and end all. Now, if someone misses a stream because they've got something else to do, that's just the way of the world. And yeah, it's just like you live on an island without a hospital. Although, I mean, hopefully there aren't any cases on your island and nobody comes in with it, and then you should all be totally safe. But, do the right things, Joseph. You know what they are. You've got all your food certificates and stuff. It's all the same stuff. So, yeah. But stay safe anyway. Welcome aboard, Tampa Tom. Good to see you back. Cutting the grass. Evening, Finn. How are you? Yeah, home says lives in Wyoming, right? The worst state as far as being prepared for something like this. Yes, but we can only do what we can do to try and avoid catching it. So, and then if we do catch it, be sensible. Stay away from other people until you're well again. It's not difficult. But yeah, anyway, stay home and do water changes. There you go. That's the solution. Just, yeah. Apparently 7,000 feet above sea level, so the air is already thin. Yeah, the last thing you want is something to affect your lungs at that kind of altitude. Yeah, it's or if you do catch it, go see all the people you don't like. Yeah, it's one of those things where, again, I'm being flippant. So, that whole saying of I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy, for whatever thing it is. I always think, well, yeah, I would. If it's my worst enemy, I'd want them to be suffering. Whatever illness or contagion or disease or misfortune, if it's my worst enemy, I want them to be suffering. That's why we're enemies. I hate them. I never understood that. Am I into gardening? In a sense, I have a garden. Yes, I do, Finn. Am I necessarily the most green-fingered person? No. Do I use the excuse of wildlife garden to mean I don't keep it completely spick and span? Yes. Give Amber a great big hug from me, Joseph, and a head rub from Zach. I'll say, I think me and Recon are probably in a similar boat. Is we know it's a serious thing. We know what it is, what it's going to do, what's happening, but there's nothing really we can do about it other than just be sensible. So there's no point in massive panicking. And just as I am, just hope you're in an area that isn't badly affected yet. Kay's been out planting the spuds, the toms and the courgettes, one of which is edible, one of which is pleco food, and one of which should be purged from existence. Yeah, exactly. We don't know the real numbers. They say 24 confirmed cases in Norfolk. There could be 24,000 cases, but people, like any illness, people develop different levels of symptoms or illness. Courgette, otherwise known as zucchini, cyclis 23. Well, I mean, obviously, quite what you can believe of the news is, up for debate. Let's be honest. I did hear that. I think it's actually starting to recede now in China. It's sort of past, as it were. Yeah. Carl works in sales. Yeah. It's going to colonize. We'll adapt. We'll develop immunities to it. But for now, what we've got to do is try and minimize the number of cases so that the health services don't get completely overwhelmed. It's because I'm talking, Finn. I'm not putting it down. It's still in my hand. And yeah, so I've stopped watching any kind of news other than the quick check, just see if there's anything big change. Like there is a lockdown, or what happened Friday in the UK. All the pubs, clubs, restaurants, cafes, everything got closed, and the only places that are open are the ones that do takeaways. Yeah. So fortunately, Teresa, it seems to be the younger you are, the less of a health issue it is. So while the little ones might catch it, yeah, schools are shut as well. Yeah, exactly, Bob. I mean, as you say, you've got 4 risk factors, so you've got to take it really seriously. I've not got the age factor. I've got the fact that I smoke is my risk factor. And yeah. So I literally just enough to check, is there anything I need to know? Like, are all the shops being shut? Oh God, poor little Greta. Yeah, nothing to do with her. That's for certain. I think the only thing I do watch is the government announcements. That's the only thing I'm watching now. Not watching the news. If I'm seeing the posts on Facebook or the videos on YouTube, I just scroll past. Do I want to quit smoking? No, Finn, I don't. I enjoy it. I don't have any other vices. I don't drink. Don't do drugs. So I smoke. Deal. And yeah, apparently NSA IDs can make the effects worse. So it's don't take those kind of pain. I think they said don't take ibuprofen, haven't they? So just stick to paracetamol. You'll be fine. Yeah, the people who've got the constant rolling news on for every single update, it's like, no, turn it off. The ones that do make me laugh are the people they've self-isolated for a week and they're going stir crazy. Just get a hobby. You can go out, like get in your car, drive into the countryside and go for a walk. That's safe. Yeah. No, so all I do now is ibuprofen and paracetamol K. And if I do come down with what I suspect to be this thing, then I won't take the ibuprofen. It's that simple. Yeah, clean your phones. Although I tend not to let other people touch my phone. And I generally leave my phone at home as well. I don't take it with me when I go out. Has that annoying habit of beeping and making noises when you don't want it to. Yeah, that is the thing. And now, one thing I've been doing, and just started a new job, is I've been wiping down the card machines as well, the chip and pin machines. Not after each customer, but every hour or so, just give them a quick wipe over with something, with a cleaner, industrial grade cleaner, just to make sure. Am I going to smoke for the rest of my life? Quite probably, Finn. We're all going to. No. All joking aside, I'm likely to. I enjoy it. I'd rather die from something I enjoy. I'd rather die younger and happy than older and miserable. Yeah, things are like that. I said probably the place that most people will get it from is going to be shopping trolleys or baskets. That's where it's going to come. Some Starbucks will grab my phone while pulling up the line, so I don't have to scan it. Yeah, I wouldn't know how to do that with a phone anyway. I just like pay. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, the vape. I mean, just smoking. If you've got it on your hands, you roll a ciggy, stick the ciggy in your mouth. But no, it's. Oh no, yeah. The bottom of women's purses. I don't think anything can survive in there, Mandy. I think that is actually enough of a biohazard that the actual bio can't survive in there. It's like the bottom of a schoolboy's school bag. It's yeah. I know. Was it my old school bag? That was my old college bag. When it fell apart, so I had another one. When I was pulling everything out of the old college rucksack, there was actually mold growing in the bottom of it. It's like, ew. Oh, the underside of the purse. Yeah, I'll say it gets put down on everything, doesn't it? So you put it on something, then you pick it up, and then yeah, it's. I did see a woman yesterday when I was walking around Lidl's doing my shopping, and she got a little thin silk scarf around her neck, and she was holding that up over her nose. And husband's pushing the trolley around the cart, no mask, nothing. He's just typical bloke. And I mean, she's looking really scared as well, bless her. She's walking around with this scarf over her mouth. Then sees what she wants on the shelf, picks it up off the shelf, puts it in the trolley, and goes straight to put the scarf back up over her mouth. She's not wearing any gloves or anything. I was like, yeah, that's a way to make it even worse. Oh yeah, well, yeah. I'll have someone carry my purse for me, Sean. That's the money, keys, and a credit card. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad of the contactless payment now. That does actually make sense. You don't actually touch anything at the checkout. You've touched all your groceries to put them on the belt. You hope not too many people have already manhandled them, but you don't actually have to touch the machine unless it's over £30. But yeah, that always bugs me, Teresa. People who go there and they have to touch every pack of everything for some reason before they pick the one they want. They go, they're all the same. It don't matter which one you pick. It's still either the same pack of something or you can look without touching. And there was one a while back. I was shopping somewhere, and a little old lady was complaining that the staff were putting all the new stock at the back of the shelf and the old stocks at the front because she wanted the stuff with the longer date on it, and she thought it was bad of them to put the stuff with the short dates on at the front. What? No, you get rid of the old stuff first before you sell the new stuff. Right at the back near the bottom. Yep, that's the stuff no one else has touched. Or the real trick, Teresa, the real trick is to grab the stuff you want before it even gets near the shop floor. Yes, that's what I used to do. I mean, when we had the bad snow 2 years ago and everyone was panicking about bread and milk and all sorts of other things, and this is when I was working at Sainsbury's, we were literally selling out of milk within an hour of it coming. And I was the one unloading it all. So come the time I finish my shift, do a bit of shopping. But I'd also secreted a few things away that I wanted. A loaf of bread, pint of milk, that kind of thing. So when I came and I did my shopping, I got to the checkouts and I'm getting evil looks off of everyone because I've got bread and milk and there's none on the shelf anywhere. But yeah, first in, first out, yeah. Well, I mean, so the OCD is nothing I've ever had, but the germophobic OCDs. I mean, it's either a fresh hell or they're going, yeah, I told you we were right, all along. Yeah, I just when I'm shopping, I want to get in and out as quick as possible. So it's just like I want one of them, one of them, one of them. Next, one of them, one of them, one of them, four of them. Check out, go. I'm literally to the point where going up to Norwich, which is the closest city, the only places, shops as it were. Well, anywhere that sells stuff I might be interested in buying that isn't in a supermarket or a newsagent's or a hairdresser's or a charity shop. That's about all we got in Attleborough. I will plan the trip literally from, all right, this is what I've got to get or want to get. These are the shops I'm going to go to get these things. And this is the best order to visit those shops in. So start at the one furthest away from the bus station and work your way back. and get up there early. So you're up there for the shop's opening. Now I'd get like the bus that got to Norwich at 9:15, and the shop's open at 9. So by the time you've had a ciggy and walked to the first shop, it's open, you go in, get what you want, and then you come back. And I'd be going home on the bus that everyone else was coming into Norwich on. It'd come into Norwich packed, and it'd go back to Attleborough empty, just like me on it. Ooh, pardon me. Oh, Regon's dog's got to go. Oh, can someone say something? Willie Mack. Hello, old bean. How are you, sir? Welcome aboard the randomness, weirdness, and strangeness of a Sharpie stream. If you missed the main bit of good news, Willie, is that I do have a job now, so working again. So hopefully I should be buying some more models again soon. And maybe get some modelling videos up on the channel as well. And so again, as for anyone who wasn't here at the start, prior to the start of this stream, I was 106 hours short of monetization. My Crebensis juveniles have spawned. My Apistogramma cacatoides have fry, and my bristlenose plecos have another spawn as well. Yeah, building models is still cool. And it's one of these things. There's been a big upsurge the last few weeks, again with the self-isolate, the isolation, the stay at home, people being sent home from work, all that stuff. Building a model is a great way to spend some hours. Now, even if it's just a simple Airfix or Revell or 172 or Monogram or whatever, just a simple kit, and you just throw it together and put some paint on it and go, yeah, that was fun. Now, it's a good way to kill a few hours. Obviously, then if you get this kind of kits that I'm building at the moment, yeah, it's a good way to kill 100 hours. But yeah, that's mainly aimed at the Panther 2 I'm currently building, which has got 5-part individual track links. So that's 5 parts per link, and I think it's 90 links per side. Right, thank you very much, Willie. Yep, so I shall either be purchasing some new models soon, or perhaps, and I'll get this in while we've still got, let's say, 17 people here. If anyone isn't aware, I work with another channel called International Scale Modeler. Surprise, surprise, what that's about. And next Friday, we are holding a charity model kit auction on behalf of a UK charity called Models for Heroes. All proceeds go directly to Models for Heroes. We don't take any cuts or anything. But what Models for Heroes do is they provide modeling, surprise, surprise, as a form of treatment for PTSD, psychological disorders in former servicemen and women, and they're expanding that to servicemen as in Army, Navy, Air Force. They're also expanding it to the police and the ambulance services, fire department, fire engine people, firefighters, something like that. Anyway, sorry if there's anyone watching, didn't mean to cause offense by getting your job title wrong. Just helps those people, because as anyone knows here who's had psychological and mental issues, you feel like you're losing control. Your brain is fighting itself, and having that one thing you can concentrate on that you're fully in control of. Much the same with fish keeping. It's this is what hobbies are really for. It just lets you clear your mind, brings you back down, calms you down again, and it is proving surprising. It's actually, I mean, it's been proven with studies that it helps. And you know, it's the same with the same way if you've got a dog or a cat and you stroke it, you feel better afterwards. It's that kind of same principle, just with building model tanks, planes, cars, figures, boats, sci-fi, fantasy, whatever. It doesn't have to be perfectly built, doesn't have to be completely scale and accurate and correct RLM shade or FS shade of paints. It's about just calming the mind. And as so most of you are probably aware, I have had my own psychological issues in the past and ongoing. And yeah, to me, it's a great charity to get behind. There's not a lot of charities I do get behind, but that one I quite happily. I believe there is a similar thing in the States, or a similar type of charity. I'm not entirely sure what it's called, but if you go to the Models for Heroes website, models for as in FOR, not for as in the number, you should be able to find the information. If there isn't information on there about what the US version is, you can then always message them, and I'm sure they'll put you into contact with the right people if you wanted to help out the version in the US. So yes, there's my spiel for Models for Heroes. Okay, so it's part when you throw it across the room when you cock it up. Yeah, I tend not to throw it across the room. I'm more renowned for hitting it with a hammer, Kay. Yeah. Yeah, that's just the rock and roller. Howdy, Chewy. How are you? I hope you're all well and safe. That's yeah. People who sneeze over food and cough on their hands. Yeah, that's. I mean, had a customer yesterday who's got the money, got the note out of his wallet, stuck it in his mouth while he shut his wallet back up, and then handed me the note, and I'm like, thanks. So make sure I touch it by the corner, not by where it's been in his mouth. So, you know. And then really subtly rub my hand on my trousers. Not that it probably did anything, but you know. Phone is dying, won't let me be on Wi-Fi charging. Yep. See you later, Chevy. Stay safe. All that cool stuff. Brian, can I stay at your place tonight? And it has to stay at least 1.5 meters away from my husband. Yeah, I guess so, Brian. Not entirely sure where you'd sleep because it's only a small house and 1.5 meters. Yeah. Actually, you can set up a tent in the garden. That'd be fine. One phone down, but the other is good. Oh dear, it's bad when you got to have two phones. I complain enough about having one phone. To the point where I pretty much have it set on silent most of the time, if I can, to be honest. Because otherwise it just pings and annoys me. No, I'm not pregnant, Alice. I've got a new job. If I was pregnant, I'd be making a lot more money. I'll say so. So it's we will get through this together. Oh yeah, I didn't see it. Dennis was streaming as well. Yeah, I'm just working in the local convenience store, as it were. But you know, a job's a job, and it's going to be a management role once I'm fully trained and in amongst everything, as it were. Once I've got all the knowledges for how they do everything, I will be the evening manager, as it were. So yes, taco salad. Ooh. So, tacos are okay, but salad, no. No. Salad's not good. Salad's bad for you. It hasn't got enough stodge in it or energy. My experience of salads is you eat a salad, then you have something to eat. Kind of similar to sushi. You go out somewhere for sushi, and then on the way back, you stop up at the chip shop. Yeah. If you see, if someone tried to just feed me salad, Alice, I would probably try and kill them. No conspiracies tonight, Willie. Not really needed any. Oh, Chewie's been on the Judas Priest. They got ramble on going through the head. Weirdly, bad pun. I've actually been listening to quite a lot of Weird Al this week because you know we all need cheering up a bit, and Weird Al just does that. I mean, two of my favourites are Word Crimes and Foil. You should check those two out. They are hilarious. Yes. Well, I did listen to Painkiller earlier in the week, so I needed to wake up. So, yeah. Yeah, it's one of those where you just stick Painkiller by Judas Priest on your headphones on full blast, turn off the automatic volume limiting thing that shouldn't be on anything. That should just be removed. It should be 3 volume settings: off, half, and full. And half should only be used when your places that people might hear it at full blast. When am I going to get merch? Probably unlikely, Brian. It's just a Firefly t-shirt with a bunch of random quotes from the series. So we got, "Now you can't take the sky from me." Trying to read upside down and back to front isn't too easy. "I aim to misbehave." I call it Vera. "You paid money for this, sir? On purpose?" But yeah, just a bunch of random. Yeah, like a surgeon, that's a good one as well. Yeah, so it's just a bunch of random quotes from Firefly. Because I am obviously a brown coat. And it might not show up on the camera, but it is actually a brown t-shirt as well. It's yeah, Mary got it for me. Was this on Christmas? I believe it was. Yeah, because Valentine's Day she got me the pillow. Yes, I got a Firefly pillow for Valentine's Day. I actually like a sturgeon. Good one. So I'm desperately waiting for Weird Al to do my Corona. Uh, she knows exactly what will make me happy. You know, she can buy me a model kit of something that I actually want. You know, I might not know I want it at the time, but it's like, wow, that's super cool. I mean, the last one she got me for Christmas was a Trumpeter 1/35th scale T72, which is like a 1,300 part kit. So it's like perfect. Modern Russian armor, over 1,000 parts. Good kit. And yes, I'm that sad that I judge it how good a kit is by how many parts it has. Yeah, food is always good. But then I'm also at the age where now I appreciate if someone buys me boxes and socks for Christmas on my birthday. It's like, yes, thank you. I don't have to buy them myself now. Yeah. Pardon me, I think that might be the first burp. 2 hours, just over 2 hours already. Blooming heck. Pardon me, that's gone by fast. So yes, whatever Mary gets me is always a. She's not bought me a Duff Prezi yet. Oh, get a new fishing lure. I mean, you might be able to see the card up there that she sent me for getting my new job. And yeah, that was the thing. It's Mother's Day today, or Mothering Sunday in the UK at least. I don't know about America. And you know, typical bloke. Yes, I know. I left it to the last minute, but I wanted to buy her flowers because you know, right thing to do, isn't it? You buy flowers. Problem is, because of all the panic buying, the supermarkets are getting in the stock that they need. You know, toilet rolls, pasta, that kind of stuff, and they didn't actually have any flowers. I went to 3 different shops and not one of them had any flowers. So she got chocolates instead. And even then, they weren't the kind of chocolates I'd normally buy because she likes the chocolate seashells. Because they were also sold out because apparently chocolate seashells are something you need as well. Although you know, I wasn't too upset about that because to me, chocolate is a staple food. Oh, what's Sean on about? Yeah, it's been going completely downhill without you here, Mandy. Listening to shows working me hard. Laundry, water changes, listen, babe. Dang, Bob. I think the next thing you should do would be sit down and have a cup of tea, cup of coffee, cup of beer, whatever you want. But yeah, just sit down and have a rest for 5 minutes, mate. That'd be, or a nap. I have that. You know, I have that effect on Mandy most weeks. I just had to start talking, and she normally falls asleep, or normally just falls asleep at the thought of me talking. You got toilet paper with no bread. I suppose it's better that way around. Because if you've already had all the bread, you're probably going to need the toilet paper. Because if you've not got any bread, then yes, things will work out. They'll go back to normal fairly shortly, I'm sure, with the shops. I think everyone's just bought everything up now, and they're not going to need to buy anything for a while, so everything catches up. So hopefully, I mean, it was just apparently things are looking a bit better today. I passed out during Pam's stream. She had some unexpected sleep. That's always good. Unexpected sleep is always good. Unless you're driving, then it's not so good. Or at work, or in an exam. Yeah, I've done the other two. I've not fallen asleep. Actually, yeah, I have. Well, I say I've fallen asleep while riding a push bike. I don't know if I was asleep or I just completely zoned out because I cycled like 4 miles and had no recollection of it whatsoever instantly. It was like I left home. I remembered leaving home and then I got to work. I don't remember anything in between. And it's not like it's just a straight road. There's junctions and S-bends and stuff that I'd gone around basically asleep. Yeah, narcoleptic. Yeah, I'm not sure whether narcolepsy is an amusing condition or something that I might enjoy having, as it were. But yeah, I can certainly think of worse things to have than narcolepsy. Bob's hoping to make it 65. I start taking naps in the day. Bob, I didn't make it to 40, mate. I regularly take naps. I had a nap today. I had a nap yesterday. I had a nap on Friday. I had 2 naps on Thursday. I had a nap Wednesday. 2 naps on Tuesday. 1 nap on Monday. Generally, I have a nap, and sometimes I have to have a nap to get over the previous nap. And I don't mean 5-minute cat naps. I can be out for an hour. Which one was it? Can't remember what day it was now. Might have been Wednesday. Yeah, I think it was Wednesday. Me and Zach were out for 2 hours on the couch, sofa, just both snoring away and drooling. Oh, highly experienced snapper, Bob. It's a good skill to have. Music stores around here do not have my own gauge of guitar strings. You think the people shutting there practicing? Yeah, that's something. Yeah, I can quite imagine if everyone's stuck at home and I might as well practice. Might as well have a play on my guitar. I all suddenly realise that they haven't picked it up for 6 months and the strings are rusty. Yeah, that could cause a few problems. Now I've not got a spare set either. I did have a spare set, but they went rusty. You sleep during the day, night, you nap, you sleep for 6 hours or more, and don't sleep at night. Yeah. When you start approaching 3, 4, 5, 6 hours, it's not really a nap; it's just a sleep. Let's say it's one of those weird things where I kind of have insomnia in that I can go to bed and then narcolepsy is not fun for the passengers. Yeah. But so if I don't sleep well in the night, then a nap during the day really does help. But if I then nap too much, I then won't sleep at night, and then it goes. Yeah, going from a 12 to a 9 is not going to be fun using this. Yeah, that's going to slice your fingers to ribbons. Yeah, I run 9s as well. It's probably why they snap all the time. Yeah, 9s and a bass pleck is probably not the best idea, but what can I say? I hit the guitar hard, but I like fine strings. It's a bit of a really bad combination, I suppose. And that top E string only ever breaks on the upstroke. Oh dear, Maddie, he's spitting drink everywhere again. Good no, he's not listening to sometime now. As for that thing, institutional right within your 40s. Yeah, exactly. Now, when you're a kid and you get told to have a nap, it's like, oh, I don't want to have a nap. and you get to 40. If you like got told, yeah, you got to have a nap during the middle of the day at work, you'd be like, yay, nap time. Oh, pardon me. Oh, that was a bit warm. But yes. Anyway, I've been going for a little over 2 hours, and I do still have things to do, like eat and feed fishies and general stuff. So thank you very much for watching and tuning in. Anyone that's been here for the entire 2 hours, well done. And yes, everyone stay safe as well as you can. Be cool. Have fun. Look out for your fellow man. Peace out. Rock on. Bye bye. Is he going to end it?